Confident, 90% of the performance mods people throw on their cars are a complete waste of money, or worse, they're silent engine killers. But today, I'm going to show you, emphasizing 5 upgrades that will completely transform your ride, and 5 traps that can destroy your engine faster than you think. Narrating, some of these mods have been dyno-proven, track-tested, and tortured in daily driving. One gave a Civic an insane MPG boost. Another turned a V6 into a GT killer. And the most dangerous one, Sirius, it melted a turbo and cost the owner over $6,000. It's cited, Mod Done 1, High Flow Air Filter, Curious. The first time I saw someone swap a stock air filter for a high flow one, I rolled my eyes. Looked like a gimmick. Then I drove the car. The throttle felt snappier, idle was smoother, and fuel economy crept up. Suddenly, I shut my mouth. Narrating, a good high-flow filter lets your engine breathe freely, unlike the restrictive paper filters most cars come with. If you care about performance or long-term reliability, it's a no-brainer. Brands like K&N or AEM will last years since they're washable and reusable. Just don't drown them in oil. Warning tone, that's a fast track to killing your MAF sensor. Confident, and if you think better air is a game changer, wait until we reprogram the brain that controls it. Excited, Mod Done 2, ECU Remap, Tuning. Your engine is capable of way more than the factory lets it show. But the stock ECU is tuned for emissions, fuel economy, and making sure your grandma can drive it without complaint. If you want the real potential, you have to wake it up. Narrating, a proper ECU remap feels like giving your engine a shot of pure adrenaline. Sharper throttle, more torque, optimized fuel curves. I've tuned bone stock cars that felt like entirely different machines afterward. But here's the trap, Sirius. Downloading some sketchy $40 tune from a forum is asking for a bricked ECU or fried valves. Sirius tuners use platforms like HP tuners, Cobb Access Port, or Hondetta, and they do it on a dyno. Because this isn't a video game, you're rewriting the brain of your car. Do it wrong, and you're buying a new one. Confident, Mod Done 3, Performance Exhaust System. If your engine can't exhale, it's holding back power. Stock exhaust systems are restrictive, trapping heat and wasting horsepower. A well-designed performance exhaust frees up that flow, reduces back pressure, and adds real gains, not just noise. Narrating, I've seen it transform everything from Camaros to Civics. Pair it with a tune, and your torque curve smooths out while the throttle feels sharper. But here's the rookie mistake, warning tone, going too big. Oversized pipes kill low-end torque and turn your car into a loud, sluggish mess. Stick to mandrel bent tubing, stainless steel if you can, and keep a resonator unless you want highway drone to ruin every road trip. Excited, Mod Done 4, Lightweight Pulley Kit. Most people chase horsepower, but forget there's power already in the engine that's being wasted. Heavy pulleys sap energy just spinning belts for your alternator, power steering, and water pump. Swap them for lightweight aluminum pulleys, and the engine revs quicker, throttle response sharpens, and the car feels more eager to move. But don't get greedy, warning tone, going too light on the crank pulley can mess up harmonic balance, leading to bearing damage or even a cracked crankshaft. Stick to trusted brands like Unorthodox Racing, Fluid Emperor, or ATI. And for daily drivers, skip underdriving the alternator, dim headlights at idle aren't worth the bragging rights. Confident, Mod Done 5, Upgraded Spark Plugs and Coils. You can have all the air and fuel in the world, but if your spark is weak, you're leaving power on the table. Upgraded plugs and coils give you a cleaner burn, stronger ignition, and more consistent performance, especially in tuned or boosted engines. Narrating, I've fixed misfires on high RPM builds just by swapping to quality plugs like NGK Iridium and high-performance coils. The idle smooths out, throttle feels crisper, and cold starts get easier. Just don't mismatch cheap coils from random sellers. Warning tone, that's a quick way to chase ghost codes and burn out your ECU. Serious engine killer in one, cheap turbo kits without proper support. I've seen this more times than I can count. Someone buys a bargain bin turbo kit online thinking they're getting 400 horsepower for under $1,000. They skip the fuel system upgrades, ignore the need for a proper intercooler, and don't bother with an ECU retune. The results? melted turbo, warped pistons, blown head gasket, and a repair bill north of $6,000. Confident boost isn't just bolt and go. If you can't afford to do it right with all the supporting mods, don't do it at all. A turbo is a beautiful thing, but only when the engine is built to handle it. Sarcastic Engine Killer 2 eBay electric superchargers. Let's be blunt, these are scams. They're not real superchargers, they're basically glorified leaf blowers. They won't add horsepower, they won't improve throttle response, and in some cases, they'll mess with your air-fuel ratio enough to trip error codes. Warning tone: if it costs less than $150 and promises huge power gains, it's a red flag. Real forced induction requires engineering, not a plastic fan shoved in your intake. Serious Engine Killer 3 octane booster snake oil. Those shiny bottles at the auto parts store promising instant power are mostly marketing hype. Most octane boosters barely raise your fuel rating by half a point, not enough for your ECU to even notice. And some cheap ones can actually foul your plugs and leave deposits in the combustion chamber. Confident, if you want more knock resistance, buy real high-octane fuel from the pump. It's cheaper, safer, and actually works. Playful Engine Killer Tar noisy blow-off valves and fake turbo whistles. Sure, they sound cool for about a week. Then you realize they add 0 horsepower, attract the wrong kind of attention, and in some cases cause boost leaks that hurt performance. Fake turbo whistles are even worse, pure gimmick with 0 benefit. Confident, if you're chasing sound instead of speed, you're on the wrong path. Real performance comes from parts that work together, not noisemakers. Serious Engine Killer Line 5 mismatched parts without a retune. This is the silent killer. Every mod you do, intake, exhaust, injectors, MAF sensor, changes how your engine breathes and burns fuel. Without recalibrating the ECU, you're forcing it to guess. And when it guesses wrong, you get stalling, knocking, or worse, total engine failure. Confident performance parts need to work in harmony. Skipping the tune is like putting race tires on a car with stock brakes. Eventually, something's going to give. Confident, now you know which mods will make your car faster, stronger, and more reliable, and which ones will slowly murder your engine. The real question is, are you going to keep gambling with your build, or start making upgrades that actually work? Friendly, drop a comment and tell me, what's the best mod you've ever installed? And what's the worst one that turned into a nightmare? Share it, someone out there might avoid the same mistake because of you. Excited, and if you want more no BS advice on performance, reliability, fuel systems, ECU tuning, and all the secrets most mechanics won't tell you, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Around here, we build cars that run harder, last longer, and don't leave you stranded.